like I've been waiting around for you. Why did you take so long to come to me? Maybe you were waiting round for me too. So I feel you're some kind of wonderful, some kind of magical woman. My love's for real. I need to show you right now. Take a look at me now. I can't explain for the life of me what you did to me when I met you last summer. You set me free, you believed in me. Now you're here with me and we're walking on cloud nine. I'm wide awake and the step that I take is to celebrate what my heart has discovered. You set me free, you believed in me. Now you're here with me and we're walking on cloud nine.
Word of advice, be patient. Miracles take longer than just settling does. And don't settle. You deserve better than that. Just don't settle. Don't quit. Don't give up. Take things at a slower pace. Take life at a slower pace, but keep moving forward. It's all good. I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga, and this is your yoga from home. This is a place where you do it your way. Do what is right for your body, as the bottom of our screen says. And you know what? Just embrace the hard. That's how you grow. Today's practice is a 1 hour long practice. If you can do the whole hour, great. If you can only do 10 minutes of it or just a little warm up, that's great too. Every little bit you do builds. Do a little bit every single day and you will get better, you will get stronger, you will get more flexible, you will get more mobile. Today our focus is strength and balancing in this vinyasa flow practice. All right, you can do it, adjust your pace, you do it your way, but just don't hurt. You do what's right. What is right doesn't hurt. It never hurts. If it hurts, you're doing it wrong. If it hurts, come out of it. Don't experience pain. If it's just uncomfortable, hang with it. You can do it. Maybe you take a pose to just 10% or 5% or 2%. It's a-okay. You are still doing. It is your little escape. It is your little happy hour. Let this be a practice that speaks to you. All right, so here's the word to think about today, and the word is complete. Complete. Let it have all the parts that you need. Let it be undivided. Just be complete on your mat. Be undivided, be uncompromised, and just kind of ease into it and don't sweat it. All right, so your props, the usual things we have are the couple of blocks, maybe your strap, maybe your eye shade, and maybe your little towel. It's all good. So grab your props. Let's come on up to standing as we warm up. Oh, have some water too. You're going to want to wet your whistle. Come on up to standing, and what we always do in the beginning is we lock in a stress number on a scale of 1 to 5 or 1 to 10. What's going on in your one and only wonderful body today? What's going on there? So she wants in the closet. All right, what's that all about? All right, so lock a stress number in. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, let it go. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take that confidence stance. You got your stress number locked in. Place your hands on your hips, send your shoulders back and down. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out, let it go. Out through the mouth, breathe it out. All right, so come on up onto your toes and then back on down to your heels. Find your strong foundation. All right, now's a good time to lock in a little mantra in your mind, in your head. How are you doing today? Tell yourself, I am strong, I am firm, I am steady. Why would you tell yourself something otherwise? You are good enough just as you are. Tell yourself something good. Lock that little mantra in. I am strong. You know, the power is in the believing that it's possible. The power is in the change. If you believe it's possible, you can do it. Maybe come up high on the toes, rest a little bit here, maybe come down onto the heel with purpose, and lift your toes up and give them a little wiggle. All right, so firm foundation in your feet. Let it be. Yesterday we did our toes pose and ankle pose. Oh my goodness. It's pretty intense, isn't it? But you're strengthening your feet, you're strengthening your ankles as you are now, finding confidence in what you got. Stand firm, bring your feet a little bit more together, lift your arms up high to the sky, take your extended mountain pose. In your extended mountain pose, arms are lifted, little bend in your elbows if that's a modification that feels good. Lengthen up through your fingertips, spiral your pinkies in, and then soften in the shoulders. Root firmly into the ground. Feel lengthening, you know, even in your hip flexors, through your armpits. Reach up, big breath in. And settle in the shoulders. Big breath out. Sigh it out. Let it go. Shoulders away from the ears. Interlace your fingers. Send your palms up high to the sky and gently sway from side to side. Wake up your spine, moving it sideways. Maybe you can take it a little bit deeper. Feel the stretch all through those intercostal muscles in your ribs. Maybe push the hands more to the side of the room if that feels good in your shoulders. So back and forth, left to right. You know, you could have a chair nearby. You can always use a chair as a prop too. Put your hand on the chair if you feel more stable doing that. Or be close to a wall. Put one hand up against the wall. You want to be stable. You want to be secure. You want to feel secure on your mat. All right, there's your gentle palm tree pose. Send your fingers high back up to the sky in your extended mountain pose yet again. Look up to the sky, take a little baby back bend, reach your arms farther back. Exhale the air out of your lungs, fold forward, bring your hands together in prayer, and fold forward. Let your arms drift down to the earth, put a little bend in your knees, wiggle your knees, fingers reach toward the earth, they don't have to touch the earth. Now shake your neck and loosen up. Think of finding space in your low back as you fold more and more forward, letting your heavy head reach toward the earth. You can work your feet a little further apart if that feels good. You know, make room for your belly. And just breathe. Big inhale, big sighing exhale. Think of decompression in the spine. Think of length in the spine. As you're ready, sweep your arms on up, come on up. Stacking your vertebra one at a time. Come on back up to standing. Lengthen through your fingertips. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Let your arms float down to the shoulder height. And then do some arm circles. Circle your arms to the back of the room. Add a little bend in your knees to wake them up. You know, a lot of this practice you could do seated in a chair. If you're seated in a chair, now, you can be doing your arms, right? And then maybe lift one leg up off the ground, put it down, then lift the other leg up off the ground. Just breathe. I'm going to take my arm circles in the other direction. The other day we windmilled our arms for something different. Just move here. Get the shoulders moving. Maybe your arm circles aren't so big. Maybe they're a little smaller, and maybe the knee bends are just like a little bar practice. Pulsing. It's all right. Do what you can with what you got and be thankful for what you have. All right, let's finish. Come on up to standing. Place your hands at your low back. Palms face down. Push your hips forward. Squeeze your elbows toward your spine and look up. Come to shoulders over your hips, and let's do something a little different. Take your hands now, and instead of putting them so your fingers are pointing down, it's a little harder. Have your fingers pointing up. Whoo, there's a stretch in the forearms, isn't it? Push your hips forward. Look up. Look to the back of the room as best you can, as much as you want. Pushing your hips forward, and then finish. Come on back up, shoulders over hips. Take that forward fold again. And while you're down here, take a ragdoll pose. To do that, feet are hip width distance apart. Little gentle bend in your knees. Hands to opposite elbow creases. Breathe in, sigh it out, let it go. Wiggle your toes. Maybe eyes are closed or open. You decide. Closing the eyes helps you work on your balance, but you do exactly what is right. Start to sway the elbows, one toward one side, one toward the other. Breathe, the best part. Deep breaths in through your nose. And sigh out your worries. No worries on your mat. Life is good right here, right now. All right, come back to the midline of your body. Release your fingertips toward the earth. Roll your spine up, one vertebra at a time, keeping your chin tucked till you get all the way up, and then bring it away from your chest. Arms down by your sides, big coat swing. Adjust your feet so you have a comfortable stance, and start to twist in the waist. Arms are loose, and they're slapping your backside, slapping your hip as you look over one shoulder, then the other. Just twist. Come back to your mantra. What is your mantra? I am strong. That's what I'm going to say today. I am strong. Tell yourself that in your head over and over, many times throughout your practice, with each breath maybe. I am strong. I'm strong. I can do this. Yes, you can. All right, let's finish up here. Bring your arms down by your sides. Bring your hands to first center. Take a deep breath in. And a big sighing breath out. Maybe eyes are opened or closed. You decide. Let's do your practice. When you're ready, take an extended mountain pose. Lengthen up through your fingertips. When you're ready, hands to prayer center, fold in half. Fingers come down toward the earth. Now we're going to bend our knees and come into a child's pose. All right, your body's warmed up. It knows good things are coming. Let's get into your mind right now and tell it good things are coming as well. Knees together, big toes touch. Tops of your feet can press into your mat. Sink your hips back to your heels. They don't have to touch, but bring them on back. A block to the top of your mat. Maybe you rest your head on it and let your arms come down by your sides. Palms face up, shoulders away from the ears. Here is your classic child's pose, Ananda Balasana in Sanskrit. You can bring your forehead down to the block as well, or to the mat. You decide. Or take that wide-legged child's pose. That's the one I like. Knees spread wide, big toes are still touching, hips are still going back toward the heels, and the arms reach long to the top of the mat. Forehead down to a block or the mat. Breathe in, breathe out. Sigh it out, let it go. Now let all your doubt go as well. You can do this practice. You totally can do this practice because you modify it. Maybe you're seated in your chair. If you're seated in your chair, spread your knees wide and then drape your torso between your knees and reach your hands toward the earth. What we're going for here is a feeling of lengthening in the spine. Tailbone goes to the back of your mat. Crown of the head lengthens to the front. Forehead is pressed into the mat. Arms reaching long in either direction. Deep breath in. Big sighing breath out. Breathe in confidence. Breathe out doubt. Gently rock your head from left to right, massaging your forehead into your mat. Get all those negative thoughts out. Remember, you're modifying it. You can't do this practice wrong. The only thing that'll be wrong is if something hurts. Don't do that. Whatever you're doing is good. Whatever you're doing is right. It's movement. Take it slow. Take it incrementally. Take it in layers. And don't be self-critical. Gently bring the head back to stillness at the midline of your body. If your arms are in an extended child's pose, push into your hands a little bit more, sending your tailbone a little further back. Take a deep breath in. Now close your lips and breathe out of your nose. This type of breathing isn't for everybody, or maybe you just don't feel like doing it. Hey, it's your prerogative. Breathe deeply, whatever you do. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. By breathing in and out of the nose with Ujjayi, pranayama breath builds heat in your body, and it lets you focus inward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Maybe you'll come back to this child's pose 3 times or 5 times or 10 times in this practice. That's okay. Maybe you decide to stay here for the entire practice. That's okay too. Right now, I'm going to take an inhale, bring my hands underneath my shoulders, come out of this and go into our first sun salutation A. Draw your toes towards your shins, send your hips high up to the sky, come into a downward facing dog to begin. Bring your hands a little bit further apart so they're shoulder width distance. Bring your feet hip width distance apart. Now your heels, they're going to be slightly lifted. Let the crown of your head hang toward the earth. and gently pedal your feet. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Still your feet. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Sweep your arms up, up, up to the sides of your room and lift. Breathe. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Bring your hands to prayer center. Come back to telling yourself that little mantra today. I am strong. I am, fill in the blank. Make it good. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. You're working already. Let's go. Lift your arms high up to the sky, extended mountain. Remember, spiral the pinkies in, shoulders away from the ears. Chest is lifted. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Fold in half. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins or knees or whatever it takes to create a flat back. Send your shoulders back, lengthen through the crown of your head and your tailbone. When you're ready, let's come out of this and let's do our first Chaturanga Dandasana. Walk your hands forward. First one I'm going to do today is on my knees. So bend your knees, come on down. Here's a great modification. Hinge forward, place more weight into your hands. When you're ready, bend the elbows and come on down. You can come down to your belly if you want. Inhale, take a modified upward facing dog. Press into your arms. Let your knees be on the ground. Feel the compression in your low back. It's a fine pose. Another option, if you want, would be to tuck your toes toward your shins and lift on up. When you're ready, let's go back to a downward facing dog. If you don't want to do a down dog, spread your knees wide. Remember that wide-legged child's pose? Go back to it. It's all good. It's all doable because you modify. I'm going to come back to a downward facing dog. I'm going to walk my hands back to meet my feet. You could walk your feet up to meet your hands. It's up to you. Inhale, arms sweep up. Let's run through it 2 times more quickly. Your modifications. Extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down to the mat, Chaturanga Dandasana. Here's a full Chaturanga Dandasana. You will come from downward facing dog to a high plank, having your shoulders over your wrists. Press hard into the earth. Exhale, low plank. Then straighten your arms, tops of your feet are on your mat, take an upward facing dog. Tuck your back feet under and send your hips high for a down dog. Pedal it out and breathe and shake your neck. Neck is loose, looking back toward the knees or your belly button. Let's do it again. Feet walk to the hands or hands walk to the feet. I walk my hands to the feet just because of the camera angle. Inhale, arms lift up, extended mountain. Exhale, hands through prayer center, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, back is flat. Exhale, hands walk forward and take your Chaturanga Dandasana your way, maybe on your knees or not, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, tops of your feet are on your mat, chest shines forward, arms are straight. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips go high. Think of somebody pulling your hips high to the sky. Shake your neck, let it go, breathe. Still your feet. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out, let it go. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Literally, maybe you could take this seated in a chair. You can run through Sun B, which is where we're going next, totally in your chair. Bend your knees, have a seat. Sit your heels back, weight back into your heels, and your toes can maybe lift a little bit. Arms are reaching to the front of the room, parallel to each other, giving you a nice little counterbalance here. Look forward, take your chair pose, Utkatasana. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Hands to prayer center, straighten the knees and fold in half. Inhale, halfway lift, just like we did before. Exhale, plant your hands, walk them forward, and let's do Chaturanga Dandasana your way. Maybe it's high plank, maybe it's on the knees. Low plank, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take the opportunity to pedal. That always feels really super good. When you're ready, inhale, right leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. In a low lunge, the right foot is between the two hands. The two hands rise on up, plant the back foot down at a 45 or 90 degree angle. Your right toes should be pointing toward the top of your mat. Wiggle your toes forward. Work your knee over the ankle for stability. Open up the knee more to the back of the room. You can feel the tightness in your inner thigh. Sink on down, tee out your arms, lengthen up, and then soften up as you exhale. Think of squeezing the mat together with your inner thighs. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We're gonna do this a little differently today. Turn your head to the right. Look over your right middle finger. Arms are teed out. Lengthen up. Exhale, reach long to the front of the room. Tick-tock your arms, 6 and 12. So like the bottom hand is like a clock at 6. Top arm is at like 12 o'clock. Push the forearm into the inner right thigh, keeping the knee over the ankle, and send your gaze up to your left hand. All the same so far, right? You'll know all of this. Let the left arm reach forward. Stretch it out here. Feel it between those ribs again. And then inhale, bring your whole trunk on up, but keep your low body in cement. Right arm goes up this time, left arm goes down. Maybe the arm reaches to the back of the room. Here's where it's a little different. Bring your right arm back to the starting position, left arm back to the starting position. Turn your right toes so you're facing forward. Remember Pasarita Padahastasana? We do that sometimes too. Come into a capital letter X. When you're ready, arms tee out, fold forward. When your back gets flat, bring your arms down to the earth, hands down to the earth. Bring the crown of your head toward the earth as well. Look back between your legs. Inhale, press into your hands, rise on up. Arms tee out, come back to standing, come back to Pasarita, capital letter X. Arms come back to shoulder height. Now turn your left foot so it is facing the front of your mat. Sink in to the warrior two pose on this side. Knee over ankle. Lengthen up, squeeze the mat. Turn to the left, reach to the left. Tick-tock the arms, 6 and 12. Look up and breathe. Reach that right arm more forward to the front of your room, or the new front of your room, or the back of the room, wherever, but reach it forward. Inhale, rise up. Low body is in cement. Keep the bend in that knee. And then come into your reverse warrior. Right arm down your back leg. Left arm lifts and reaches to the back of the room. Come back to your Pasarita, arms teed out. Both feet reach the short sides of your room. Capital letter X, chest is forward, teeny little back bend. When you're ready, palms down, hinge forward. Once you're at the level of your back and your arms, come on down, hands to the ground, crown of the head to the earth. Wiggle your feet farther apart. Maybe the crown of your head touches the earth. You decide. When you're ready, slowly start to rise up. Bring the feet in a little bit. Arms tee out. Come on back up. Do it again. Right foot points to the top of your mat. Adjust your stance. Knee over ankle, lengthen, settle. Turn to the right, reach to the right. Tick-tock, 6 and 12. Left arm goes up, left arm reaches to the front of the room. Inhale, reverse warrior, left arm down, right arm lifts. Reach, stretch, right arm reaches to the back of the room. When you're ready, arms tee out, gaze goes forward. All 10 toes face the front of the room. Pasarita, big capital letter X in your body. Little baby back bend, maybe. Arms tee out, hinge forward. Once your back and arms are at the same level, bring your hands either behind your calves and hug and squeeze and fold in half, or bring them down to the ground. Breathe. Big breath in. Big breath out. Let's come out of it. Tee out your arms. Rise on up. Just do a little Pasarita because it's fun. Capital letter X. Put a smile on your face. Tee out your arms. Switch your feet to the other direction. Right foot stays planted, 90 or 45 degree angle. Left toes reach to the short side of your mat. Knee over ankle. Settle in here. Arms tee out. Take a big breath in. Squeeze the mat as you exhale. Turn to the left. Reach to the left. Tick-tock, 6 and 12. Look up. Reach down. Reach to the front with your right arm. Left arm reaching down. Inhale, reverse warrior. You come on up, right arm down your leg, left arm up to the sky, left arm to the back of the room. Big stretch in your side body. Come on up, shoulders over hips, arms tee out, all 10 toes, face the front of the room. Pasarita, big capital letter X, arms tee out, hinge forward. Hinge forward, grab your calves or hands to the earth. Maybe work your feet farther apart. See how far you want to take it. Maybe crown of the head touches the earth, you decide. Rise on back up, push into your hands and work my feet in a little bit. Arms tee out, rise on up. Pasarita Padahastasana. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Little baby back bend. Back to shoulders over your hips, hands to prayer center. Let your right foot meet your left or your left foot meet your right. When you're ready, come back to the Samastitihi pose and tell yourself that mantra. I am strong, I am capable, I am able. Don't you feel a lot of strength and length and mobility in your low body? Take a deep breath in. And a fold forward, deep breath out. When you're ready, halfway lift, hands to your shins, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold forward one more time. Put a little bend in your knees because we're going to come into chair pose here. Place your hands on your hips if you like. Rise on up. So you have a bend in your knees. The weight is more into your heels. Hands can be on your hips, they can be on a chair, or your arms can float forward. Now, to work on your chair pose here, sit a little further back, reach through your fingers and hold on. Breathe in, breathe out, maybe sink a little bit lower. You marry this to your breath. Inhale makes you good and strong. Exhale helps you sink on down a little bit lower in your chair pose. Hold it. Maybe you'd like to put your hands at prayer center. I kind of like them reaching long because it's a little counterbalance here. Hold on in your chair pose. When you're ready, hands to prayer center, stay in your chair. Sink a little bit lower. Hold on. Hands come down, knees bend. Let's take a little bear plank. Hands are underneath your shoulders, feet step back a little bit, and you hover your knees above the earth, kind of in a tabletop. Shoulders over your wrists, knees are hovering above the mat. Hold on here, core is strong. Let's come down to our knees. All right, let's come into some other core poses. Grab some water, have a drink. How'd you like the little variation? We're gonna do some more chaturangas in a bit too, so don't think we've forgotten about those. All right, drink of water, let's go. Are you doing what you can do? That's the most important thing. Doing what you can do, but just showing up and doing, that's huge. All right, 3 little things for the core. Supta Baddha Konasana sit-up, soles of the feet touch, knees open wide, hands to prayer center. Good opportunity to tell yourself that positive statement. Lengthen up and soften up. As you're ready, let's float on down all the way to your mat. You take it at your pace. Go as quickly, or no, go slowly, but do what you can. Try to avoid the clunk at the end. All right, soles of the feet are touching, knees open wide. Bend your elbows and bring your fingertips lightly to your temples. Elbows open wide, maybe you stay right here. But as you exhale, maybe breathe out the mouth and lift the shoulders a little bit, and then come down as you inhale. Lift and lower a little or a lot. It's your practice. You make it work for you. If you're in your chair, same thing. You could take a block, you could put it under your feet and maybe elevate your feet a little bit. And then, fingers at the temples, just fold in half a little bit. Think of crunching up. Breathe, chin up toward the sky, lifts in the shoulders. You got it. Let's finish here. Bring the shoulders on down. Let's do a bicycle pose. All right, for bicycle, knees together at the midline. Arms can be down by your sides. You can lift your legs up, knees over your hips, and you can pedal through your heels. You could also bring your arms back to your temples and breathe here. How does that feel? If you're not liking it in your low back, Put your feet back down, lift out of your shoulders, and then try to reach opposite elbow toward opposite knee. Just a little twist here, it's all good. I'm going to combine the lifting and twisting of the arms while bringing the legs up, having the knees over the hips, toes drawn toward the shins. I'm going to bicycle here. One leg extends, the other bends. And while I'm doing that, the opposite elbow works toward the opposite knee. There you go. Here's another variation of your bicycle. You can straighten your legs and give them a scissor kick. That's a big one. Let's finish here. Legs go long, arms high overhead, stick pose. Look like a big number 1. Palms touch, fingers reach to the top of the mat. Toes are pointing to the bottom of the mat as the legs touch as well. So you're looking like a big, tall, skinny number 1. Stretch. Breathe. Time to do boat pose, Navasana. You could use your strap. We did the other day. If you're familiar with that and comfortable with that, do that. If you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, not a good idea to roll on your spine. Check with your doctor. Your doctor knows best. Bend your knees. Bring your hands behind your knees, low on your hamstrings, and rock and roll up. As you rock and roll up, just have some fun. Just have fun with it. Come up and go back. Rock on your spine as long as it's okay with your doctor. All right, let's come back up to a seated position. But once you're here, lean on back. Lean back as if you're wearing a recliner. Now don't round your shoulders. Send your shoulders back and have a nice flat back. Lean on back. Lift one foot or the other. Lean on back. You want to feel your core is holding you up here. Maybe lift both feet. Maybe straighten both feet. Keep your back flat. Chest is lifted, shining forward. Put a smile on your face. Maybe remove your hands. It's all good. Maybe lift your arms up to the sky and hold in your boat pose. Hands come to prayer center. Little bend in your knees might feel good on your hip flexors. Twist. Row your boat. One elbow toward the earth, then the other, as if you were rowing a boat. Breathe, have fun with it. All right, let's come back to the midline. Crisscross at the ankles. Hug your knees in, in. When you're ready, squeeze, hinge, fold forward. Let's come out of this pose. Let's do a great pose if you are a golfer. We're gonna do a gorilla pose. Great pose if you're anybody, right? Okay, so turn back around, neutral tabletop. Press into your hands, hips go high, down dog, pedal it out. Still your feet. Come into an inverted letter V shape. Tailbone high to the sky, shake your neck. When you're ready, hinge forward, high plank. Exhale, low plank, hover above the earth, then press into your hands. Tops of your feet are on your mat. Take an upward facing dog. Tuck your back toes under, send your hips high, downward facing dog. Pedal, breathe. Walk your feet to your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Once here, you're still folded in half. Bring your feet a little wider. Not quite hip width distance, but just a little bit wider. Take your hands, slip your hands, palms underneath your feet. So the tops of your toes are touching your wrist or close to it. All right, you'll learn very quickly in this pose not to wear rings in your practice. All right, so put a little bend in your knees, a little bend, a good size bend. Drive your elbows to the side of the room. Your gaze is between your legs. Pull, pull, pull in your arms. You're stepping on your feet, gorilla pose, Padahastasana, breathe. All right, release your hands from underneath your feet. Wiggle your hands, get the circulation going. Now, let's take this pose and hands to prayer center. Bend your knees. Feet, kind of not hip width distance, not touching, just a comfortable distance. Sit your bottom back. Here you go for the golfers in the crowd. All right, hands are at prayer center. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. You know what's gonna happen? Your left knee is gonna come forward. Bring it back so the knees are close to each other in the same line. Press into your hands, elbow of the right arm up to the sky. Lengthen up as you look down at your toes. And as you exhale, twist. Twist and look to the bottom right of your mat. Twist and look to your hands. With each inhale, lengthen. With each exhale, twist a little deeper. Press hard into your hands. Look up to your right elbow. Breathe. Here we go. Remember opening the arms up? Let's do that again. We did it in 6 and 12 positions in our Sun B. Let's do the same thing here. Bottom hand goes down, right hand goes up. twist, look up, twist, twist. Finish. Hands slowly float back to meet at the midline of your body. Take a big breath in as you lengthen. Just kind of a reset here. Exhale. Right elbow outside of the left knee. Guess what? Right knee pops forward, bring it on back. So the knees are equidistant to each other. Hands are stacked, elbows stacked. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Lengthen, twist. Open up the arms in both directions, 6 and 12. Lift that left arm even higher, look up. Hold on. Reach. Finish. Float the arms back slowly to meet. Back to the midline. Sink low in your chair and hold. Deep breath in. See, we're making up for those chair poses from Sun B. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Let it go. Next pose is a really fun one. Come down to your knees. Grab your 2 blocks. We're going to do crow pose. This is an inversion. Yeah, it's an inversion. Good for your head. Get the blood flowing to your brain. We've done this before. You've done it before. It's not as bad as you think. It sounds scarier than it is. Crow pose. Bring your 1 block at its stable height to the top of your mat. Bring the other block back on your mat about torso distance, however long that is for you. All right, so I'm gonna take it a little bit longer. I'm gonna come on up to stand on this back block. The blocks are strong. Maybe standing on the block is a big challenge for you today. Stand on the block, bend your knees, and come on down. Knees are bent wide to the sides of your room. You're kind of on the balls of your feet on your back block. This is where we're going to come into the inversion. So here's the deal. Maybe this is enough for today. Stay right here if you like. I'm gonna plant my hands on the mat, hinging the weight forward like we do in a plank. So hinge the weight more forward. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna work your knees onto your triceps, the backs of your upper arm. You're gonna come to rest kind of the crown of your head, the forehead on the block at the top. So kind of eyeball it here. Is it about the right distance? Maybe you got to move it closer, maybe farther away. All right, now look, you're not going to fall. Maybe you will fall. If you fall, you're going to go what? 3 inches? It's no big deal. Loosen up, give it a try, and just have fun with it. So the big thing is hands are solidly planted because that's your foundation. They're like your new feet. Elbows are bent, and your knees go to the back of your triceps. Bring your head toward the block and hang out here. Nice job. I'm gonna move my block a little further out. All right, so you adjust. No big deal. Hands down, head comes down. All right, there you go. Now, your feet. Play with them a little bit, like you do in boat. Maybe lift 1 foot up. Your head is strong. Your hands are strong. You've got this. Maybe lift both feet up and hang out here. You can do it without your blocks. I like it with the blocks. Hold on and then finish. All right, come on out. What do you think? How do you like crow pose? I think it's a real confidence building pose. All right, let's come back to our downward facing dog. Down dog, pedal it out. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Rise on up, arms sweep to the side, extended mountain, lengthen up. Exhale, hands through prayer center, fold forward, chaturanga dandasana your way. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, and how do you want to do it? Do you want to do it on your knees? Do you want to do it to its fullest expression, high plank? Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, tops of your feet on your mat. Exhale, down dog, hips go high. Pedal it out. When you're ready, right leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. All right, bring it between the 2 front hands. Rise on up to standing. All right, so all 10 toes are going toward the top of your mat. Your back foot is lifted, so you're on the ball of that back foot. Right foot is planted. Right knee over right ankle. Now bend both knees pretty generously. Back knee can hover above the earth. That'll challenge your balance. Or you can bring it on down, and then you can deepen your twist. Your call, you decide. I'm gonna come on up, because I wanna challenge my balance. Hands to prayer center, take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Sweep your arms up high to the sky. Lengthen up, take a baby back bend. Hands back to prayer center, shoulders over your hips. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Left elbow outside of the right knee, similar to what we did a moment ago, isn't it? But you're balancing here. Hands pressed into each other. Elbows stacked. I'm going to hover my back knee a little lower. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Open up the arms if you want. Hands back to prayer center. Bring the hands back to your chest. Bring your back knee down if it's not already down. Find a block and wiggle your right toes forward. Runner's lunge. Bring the block in between, by the right front ankle. Press into your block, left leg long on your mat. You can put a towel under your back knee if that feels good. Wiggle the right toes even farther up toward the right top corner of your mat. Open up the right foot onto the pinky edge side. Push into your block or push into your mat. Another way to use your block, come on down to your forearms. Push your forearms into the mat. Breathe in, breathe out. Another way, come all the way down to your forearms and breathe. There's your runner's lunge. Let's come out of it. We don't stay long on days like today. Thursdays and Sundays, we stay a lot longer in a pose. Press your hands into the mat. We're going to go into a side plank. Sweep the right leg back to meet the left. Take a side plank, your choice. You can stay down on your bottom knee, left shoulder over left wrist. Get that nice arm straight. Get that arm nice and straight. That's better. Send your right leg long, lift it up if you like. Right arm high to the sky. Totally fine to take it on your knee. You want to do something different? Extend both legs. Feet can be next to each other, kind of a kickstand, and arm goes up. Your gaze goes up. Or ankles glued together, right arm lifts, and look up. Lift your hips even higher. Right hip, come a little further back so it's stacked over the left. There's your side plank. Arms come down, down dog. Pedal it out, shake your neck. Guess what we can do here? Chaturanga Dandasana, if you like, or stay in your down dog. Hinge forward, high plank. Take it on your knees if you want. High plank, low plank. Press the earth away, arms are straight, upward facing dog. On your knees if you like. Down dog, hips go high. Breathe. Pedal it out, shake your neck. Other legs turn. Still your legs. Left leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through. Low lunge in between the two front hands. Rise on up to standing. Even that's a challenge some days, isn't it? Rise on up, shoulders over hips, bend in the knees, left knee over left ankle, back knee. Oh, where is that ground? All right, oh, you know what else you could do? If you want to balance, but you don't really feel comfortable there, put the block under your back knee. That'll give you the sensation of being higher. That's kind of the next level to take it to. So lots of ways to do it. Be creative with how you use your blocks. All right, I'm going to remove that block. I'm going to send my arms up high to the sky. Take a baby back bend. Shoulders over hips, hands to prayer center. Right elbow outside of the left knee. Hands are stacked. I'm looking down at my left toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the left. Breathe. Look at your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Maybe look to the elbow or look to the sky. Breathe. Finish up. Hands back to prayer center. Back knee comes down. If it's not already there, kick the block out if you used it and come down to the real ground. Left toes work to the top left corner of your mat. Right knee goes long. Woo. Nice big stretch in your hip flexors. All right, open up the pinky toe. Come onto the pinky toe side of your foot. Runner's lunge. Staying right here on your hands is great. Using your block to bring the ground up to you is great as well. Coming down to your forearms. Awesome. Coming down to the earth. Good on you. Coming down to a half-size block. It's all good. Breathe and finish. Press into your hands. Left foot sweeps back to meet the right. Now your right arm is going to be your foundation for this side plank. We did a side plank yesterday. Oh, you know how we did it yesterday? I'm going to do it here. We did a side plank on the forearm. Totally fine. Elbow under the shoulder. You can be on that bottom knee and take it here. Lift the back leg. Same thing. You could send both legs long and kickstand them. Arm goes high. Or glue the ankles together. Lift out of the hips. Lift the arm up and press. There you go. Lots of ways to take your side plank on your forearm, whatever you like. Hand comes down. Let's go back to a down dog. Press into the earth, pedal your feet. Chaturanga, Dandasana. High plank. Take it to a low plank, maybe on your knees. Come on down to your belly, maybe. Upward facing dog, kind of like your Sphinx pose or your seal pose. Down dog, tuck your back toes, hips go back. Knees can be spread, breathe. Whew. Or down dog, you got it. Pedal it out, nice work. All right, let's go into some balancing poses. Feet walk to meet the hands, or hands walk to meet the feet. Take it easy, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Lengthen, lift, you got it. Some balancing poses. To begin with, tree, hands to prayer center. Tell yourself your mantra. What's going on? I am strong, I am capable, I am able. You got it. All right, take a deep breath in. Deep breath out, settle in. Bend one knee, open up that knee to the side of the room. Take the sole of that foot, put it inside the foundational leg. Maybe work it up higher, but not on the knee, or even higher still. Push the foot into the leg into the foot. Maybe grow your branches, maybe hold a chair, maybe hold on to your hips, whatever. Look to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Find your balance, have fun. Breathe. Hands back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Knee meets the other foot on the earth. Balance, so important. Comfortable way to do it in this tree pose. Hold on to the chair. Open up the knee to the side, the other knee. Bring the foot on up. Maybe you just want to kickstand it a little bit and find your balance in those toes of that bent leg foot. Maybe you bring it higher or high up into the thigh. Push the foot into the leg into the foot. Drive the bent knee more to the back of the room. Hands to prayer center. Focus. Don't look at me. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Grow your branches if you like. Sway your branches because you can. If you fall out, no big deal. Get right back in. Hands back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. That's an important part. Plant the foot down. You've got it. You're in control. There's your tree pose. Eagle pose, Garandasana. We did this a little bit yesterday when we worked really hard on the shoulders. Here's the deal. If you're seated in a chair, you can do it. All right, so let's start. Act as if you're seated in a chair. Bend your knees. Come into chair pose, Utkatasana. Arms can reach long and strong. You can do just the bottom body. You can do just the top of the body. You decide. Arms reach. If you want to do just the bottom, let's do something different with the hands. Hands to opposite shoulders, hands to prayer center, always a good place to be, or keep them lifted long. Sink a little bit lower. I'm going to take my right arm, sweep it under my left, bring my palms to touch, squeeze my elbows down and look over my fingertips. I'm going to sink low in my chair. Then I'm going to lift my right leg, cross it over my left, squeeze high in the upper inner thighs, gaze is still forward, top of the left foot, behind the right calf. Sink low, squeeze, tighten up everything you got. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now, we're going to go to eagle armed airplane. Just telling you, don't do anything with your leg. Keep your arms right the way they are. Then release your leg, but don't put the right leg down. Send it to the back of the room. Now hinge forward, working your arms parallel to your mat. Right leg lifts. Reach your fingers a little farther to the top of the mat. Right leg lifts. Finish. Right foot meets left. Arms uncurl, unfurl, arms lift to the sky. Take a baby back bend, open up. Come back to your extended mountain. Exhale into your chair pose. Take it your way. Maybe you've got your hands on your hips and you're just working on the feet, the legs. Maybe you've got your arms all pretzeled up and you're saying, I'm not doing the low body. It's all good. I'm going to sweep my left arm under my right now. Palms touch. Squeeze the elbows down. Gaze over your fingertips. Stay right here. I'm going to take my left leg, lift it, cross it over, squeezing high in the upper inner thighs, top of the left foot, behind the right calf, sink low, shoulders back, tight squeeze. Hold on here. Eagle, armed, airplane. Release that left foot, send it back, back, back. Arms parallel to the earth. Reach the fingers more to the top of the mat. Left leg lifts a little higher. Find your balance. And then finish. Foot meets foot. Arms uncurl, unfurl, arms go high. Take a baby back bend. Hands back to prayer center. When you're ready, fold in half. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, walk your feet back, come to a down dog. Pedal it out. Still your feet, right leg kicks high. Right knee behind your right wrist. Half pigeon, Ekapada Rajaka Patasana pose. Left leg long, top of the left foot on the mat. Work your right shin a little more parallel to the top of the mat. Press into your hands, gaze down your nose. Bring your right hip a little more away from the earth. Feel the big stretch in your glutes. Tuck your back left toes. Take your right leg, lift it high to the sky, so like a three-legged down dog. Shake it out. Breathe. Both feet meet on the mat, down dog, tailbone high to the sky. Shake your neck. Left foot lifts high to the sky. As you exhale, left knee, left wrist. Right leg scoots long on the mat, top of the right foot is on the mat. Use your right hand to bring your left foot a smidge more forward. Not a whole lot, maybe none at all. Adjust in your hips. Move your hips a little bit. Try to get them equidistant to the mat. You'll feel the goodness. Press into your hands, gaze down your nose, and hold here. Breathe in, breathe out. Soften in the glutes. Time to come out of it. Tuck your back right toes under, send your left leg back, shake it out. Come back to a down dog. Pedal it out. When you're ready, hinge forward, come to a high plank, then come on down to your knees or your belly. Press into your hands, gaze down your nose, lift out of your chest. Come on down. Bend your knees. Reach your hands back and capture the outsides of your ankles. Floor bow pose. Bring your knees together at the midline. Hug your heels towards your bottom. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. On your next inhale, lift your chest up and kick hard into your back hands. Breathe, lift, balance on your pelvis, kick harder, gaze down your nose, finish. Come on down, legs go down, hands underneath your collarbones. Seal pose, remember that? Press into your arms, press on up, soften in your glutes, feel the compression in your low back. Come on to standing on your knees. Find your block. As you stand on your knees, maybe place a block between your ankles at a high height. Camel pose. Press your hands into your low back. Squeeze your elbows towards your spine. Push your belly forward, look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Then look right overhead as if a raindrop were going to hit you between the eyes. Then take it farther. Look back to where the ceiling and the wall meet at the back of your room. Can't see that? Don't go any farther. Stay right here. If you see where the ceiling and the wall meet, you could reach for that block with both hands, or you could reach for your heels with both hands and come on down. I can't do it today, so I'm going to hold on to my low back and just push my hips forward. Come on up, shoulders over your hips. Remove your block, have a seat on your heels, take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out, let it go. Seated forward fold, legs go long. Hi, Tammy, Betty, Stan, Marietta, I'm glad you're here. Diane, Lynn, Kelly, Rena, Tim, Barbara, I'm glad you guys are here. Legs are long, arms lift high. Exhale, reach the arms forward, reach for the toes, look to the knees, hug the ankles in, fold even more forward. Inhale, shoulders over your hips. Grab your eye shade and your towel, bring them to the top of your mat. Come on down, soles of the feet to your mat. Mantra time, hands to prayer center. Come on back. All the way back to reclined. Left leg long, right knee bends, hug it in. Left hand takes the right knee across the midline of the body. Look to the right. Come back, hug the knee in. Left leg long, or right leg long, left knee bends, hug it in. Supine twist, right hand guides the left knee across the midline of the body. Tee out your left arm, look left. Hips come down, hug the left knee in. Both legs go long, drag both heels up as if they're coming up through mud. Hug the left knee to the left armpit, right knee to the right armpit, and just rock a little bit from side to side. When you're ready, tailbone at the midline plugs in. Legs go long, slowly let them float to the earth. Cover your eyes with your eye shade or towel, arms down by your sides. Deep breath in, and deep breath out. Shoulders away from the ears. Legs, give them a little bit of a spread so the heels are at the edges of your mat and your pinky toes fall toward the earth. Breathe. Soften the area between your eyebrows. If you have your remote control, now's the time to pause the video and enjoy this final Shavasana time. You stay as long as you like. That's the beauty of pausing it. You can stay here for 5 minutes or 20 minutes or however long it takes for you to just feel complete. Yoga is the union of body, mind, and soul. Breathe deeply and enjoy. When you're ready to resume the practice, unpause the video, take a deep breath in, full of refreshment, and a big sighing breath out, letting anything else just go away. Anything that doesn't serve you, just let it go. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, circle your ankles, circle your wrists. Inhale, reach high up overhead and stretch it out. Bend your knees, bend your elbows, roll into a fetal position onto one side or the other. Low arms, bicep is a pillow for your head. Soft shoulder up top. Breathe in, breathe out. Float on up with your eyes opened or closed. Using your hands or not, you decide. Come to however is a comfortable way to sit. Hands to prayer center, always a good place to be. Lengthen up, come back to your mantra, I am strong. Take a deep breath in. And a deep settling breath out. Settle into the earth beneath you. Blink your eyes open. Congratulations, you did it. 1 hour of yoga. Awesome. Well, I hope it was your happy hour, your little hour of escape. Big thing is, show up, do it, and get a little bit better each day, one breath at a time. Stress number you took in the beginning, what was it? What is it now? Excellent. I'm glad that you're here. See you on your mats tomorrow. Love you guys. Goodbye. Hey, you. Good girl. See ya. You're still here, and I'm really glad for that. Keep this in mind. The path is made through repetition. Keep showing up, and good things will happen. You know that. I'm glad that you're still sticking around. Tell your friends what the yoga's doing for you. Our yoga is free for anybody and everybody on Facebook and YouTube, and they can join in anytime from the privacy of their own home. Tell them about our practice, please. If you'd like to support our broadcast, you can visit our website. It's www.316yoga.com. Stay on your path, enjoy your yoga, and have a great rest of your day. See you on your mats tomorrow.